So what is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at Transformers Movie 1 Human Alliance Barricade. Yes, Barricade. And this figure is really good. And I got him secondhand, so I don't have his frenzy. Damn it. Kind of sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do? As far as this figure goes, though, really good. Like, I really like this thing. Like I said, secondhand. I only got him for like $4. Like, he's in really decent condition, and then a couple scuffs up here on the chest. You can kind of see, like I said, not my fault. This guy was clearly left in a basement or something, because when I got him, he was covered in dust. He was absolutely obliterated. I cleaned him up as best as I could, and he still has a couple scuffs here and there, but there's not much I can do about it. Other than that, though, this thing is fantastic for a figure. A bit tall. I probably could have boosted up. I did not. If I feel the need, you'll probably notice. But, yeah, this thing's great. Even from the behind, it has no kibble whatsoever on the back. I don't really consider that complete kibble because it is still a nice clean back, so I don't mind it. He does have those fins up here behind his head that you can see, which is really nice. As far as the accessories go, he only would have had the frenzy, which, like I said, I don't have, and that has a lot of playability with this thing, and I kind of hate that I don't have it. Because if you also look here on his right hand, he has a peg in it, right there, where you could hold one of the minifigures. Yes, you could hold one. And, well, I do have one alive still, but I don't know if he's over here or not. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to find him. I moved my bins over there, so I can definitely look in there. But it's probably all the way at the bottom, and it's only drag strips that's left from Dark of the Moon. As far as his weapons go, though, he has this little spiky tire thing that he often comes with now. It's like his primary weapon nowadays. There it is, looking nice and spiky. It does not spin, but it does have a deployment gimmick, where you can put it in the arm and then press on that button there, and it deploys really slowly. But I usually leave it like that because it kind of looks like a hand, I guess. But it works. As far as the detailing goes, like, this thing could be a masterpiece. I kind of wish we could get more figures of this type of scale that aren't masterpiece, but I think the time's passed, really, on these, but man, it'd be cool. There's a lot of things I like about them. Like, you can angle these shoulders if you'd like. Those little, like, shoulder bits up there, you can't really see them, but there they are. So you can kind of angle those. He also has a little gun on said shoulder bit right there, which we don't like. You can just kind of flip in like that, and it looks definitely a bit better. As far as the head sculpt goes, perfect. Literally perfect. Even has a little opening and closing mouth, which is nice. It is just perfection. And it does not have light piping. Does it? Actually, no. It looks like it does. It actually does, it looks like. It does. Yeah, it does. I don't know if you can see it, but it does have light piping. So that is nice. Very nice. And I mean, he does just look amazing in the robot mode. And the articulation's also pretty decent. He has a ball joint in the head, as you were kind of seeing, along with that movement, forward and back at the arms, along with outward. Not too much, though, and it often gets caught on the little fins that I mentioned. Elbow joint, which goes well beyond 90. Swivel. The hand over here can open and close, along with the thumb being on its own joint. Posable. No waist, unfortunately, but that's due to transformation. Forward is kind of wonky because it goes outward. And then in like that, it's one of those weird angled ones. He does have a knee. He does have a swivel. He also has ankle rotation and forward and back. So quite articulate for a figure from 2007. 2007. Like, whoa. Yeah, this thing is older than someone possibly watching this video, which is crazy. Like, there is that possibility, and that scares me to a point. But yeah, that is his robot mode, so let's get into the transformation, which is pretty decent, actually, and surprisingly good. First thing, fold in the weird mace arm, like so. Let's fold that up. Come to the other arm, open up the windshield bits there, so the rear window, and then open his hand and then flatten it as much as it can go. And then it will fold in, and it does peg in. So as you heard, there was a little snap. There is a little port there for that peg on the hand that can also do that. Kind of fold these out, come up to the top here, and then fold these straight, and then flip them down, and that will form the front fenders, along with it has the headlight covers there, which is nice. Also, inserted pieces, not whole shoulder made of it. Hasbro nowadays, old Hasbro is superior with the quality, man. Like, it's kind of nuts to think how, like, the quality's actually come down since 2007, but hey. I mean, in some regards, the figures are definitely way better. Straighten out the chest piece, unpeg that grill there, and then you can fold it up, and that will form the front end of the car. Come to the legs. You're going to want to get the legs out of the way. So on the side here, there is this little chunk on both legs. One of mine is really tight, and it's that one. And then you're going to take it, you're going to kind of scrunch the legs inward on the weird joint I mentioned. Rotate the feet backwards, and then do that. So you're going to take them, bend it here, and then rotate around, fold that in. Fold it on that side as well, and fold it in again. And then do that, and then you gotta make sure everything's all straightened out so everything goes together correctly in the alt form. So there we go. Nice little bit there. Looks good, looks nice. Actually, does he have a waist swivel? It's moving a bit. Pull back on the back section and then fold in these panels like so. Fold the head in and then fold that back up and over. And before you put the arms in, don't forget to fold up the seats here, because if you don't, they do get kind of stuck. And as I mentioned, leave the doors open on the sides. It does make it a lot easier to get them in place. Take the legs, and there's the kind of T-like slots there, and then the pegs are on there. And then you just gotta get those in. I just kind of hit guzzle, which could have ended very poorly. Alright, put that into place, so you're left with that. Fold that down, so these just go like that, and then fold it around. Fold it back, like so. Make sure that this bit stays in place. Sometimes it likes to pop out. And then you're going to take it, and the rear window is going to go over this peg, so it kind of just slides over the top of it. And then make sure everything is flush. Do the same on the other side. The door also pegged itself in, which is really nice. And then do that. And you can then take that door and put that one in place. Make sure everything's lined up properly. And there is Barricade's police mode. Police car mode. Police mode. Yeah, he's already a police thing, I guess. And this car mode is fantastic. And that's how I found him at Value Village. That's how I found him. On the shelf. I looked and I was like, that looks familiar. And I picked it, I was like, maybe it's one of those random RCs. And then I flipped it over. I was like, it's not. It must be the Human Alliance, which it is. And man, is it just so good looking. Transformation's not even that complicated either, which is really nice. And the car mode is really good. Like that button kind of acts like it's the gas flap, you know what I mean? And I suck with cars sometimes. I don't know why I always forget the name of stuff. But one thing that's kind of weird to me, I kind of wish they had painted these, but the blacked out rims do look kind of nice, I guess. Like, I don't mind it. I just kind of do wish they were silver in a way, though. At the front, like I said, you got the headlights there, which I like that it's somehow a severed piece and that the inside bit is just painted and that's part of the chest, which is cool. The wheels, this one here has a bit of trouble rolling. That's only because there's a bit of stuff going on there. Like I said, bottom of the alt mode is crazy looking. Like, it's solid looking, but I can't tell what any of the components are other than the feet hanging out at the back. He has the to punish and enslave on him there, of course. 643, which I'm pretty sure is accurate. Same thing on this side. 2PN. Oh, to punish and enslave. Okay, yeah, okay, we get it. Very nice Easter egg. The police, let's say 1865. It does. There you go, there's that. It does have an interior, which is always a little weird to get to for me. Like, the doors are always wonky about opening. For some reason, like, I gotta always press on it in a weird way. Maybe this side will open more. You kind of gotta go at it. Mirrors. There we go. And there's the inside there, where you can seat 2 figures if you have any. The steering wheel, which is movable. Actually, we can just kind of poke that open now, can't we? So there you go. It does move. It's a bit warped, but it does move. I mean, it looks pretty all-right in there, you know. A nice full-scale car with the little minifigure things. As far as scale goes, here's this baby Prime. Very cool, very wicked. A figure I've not reviewed, but is debatably going to do stuff in the future. Roadblock. There he is. No, a second there. But hey, he's like an automorpher. Mine's not, because mine is broken. But hey, what are you going to do? Oh, he fell over. Anyway. That is his alt form, so let's just get to my overall thoughts on this figure. Yeah, this thing's really good. It's really good. Like, almost surprisingly so. Like, I wouldn't have expected me to come into this being like, oh, you know, this thing, insanity, you know? But no, I wish I had more Human Alliance now. Like, I really do, the full-scale ones. He's the only full-scale I've owned. I could have owned Bumblebee, but the lag was broken, so of course I didn't buy that one. But man, is the Human Alliance barricade great. And I also like how similar his transformation is to the deluxe one as well. Like, especially like how the lags work, where there's kind of like a block that forms the back section, which is nice. And I just like how it works. I like how it has its individual sections, and I also like how this thing feels like a little mini masterpiece figure. That is what it feels like to me, is a mini masterpiece. And this thing, I think, was only like Voyager price point in 2007, which is kind of nuts to me. Like, this thing nowadays would be close to $100, because, like, it is a big figure. Like, it's about as big as a current leader is, but our current leaders that we are getting are, like, Voyagers with parts, so you name it. But hey. And I mean, as far as this guy goes, he's just solid. Like, he's really good. And I mean, if you've ever seen one, obviously, I'd recommend it. Much like with other secondhand type figures, though, don't spend too much on it. Also, make sure it's not broken and missing parts that are important. Like, in this case, he's missing the Frenzy, but, like, it's a Human Alliance figurine I don't care as much about. Like, yeah, would it have been cool to have the little Frenzy? Absolutely. But As long as the whole figure's here and he looks great, I'm good with it. As far as a rating on this guy, I'm going to give him a 5. I am. I'm just going to give him a 5 out of 5. I think he's a great figure. Like, he is genuinely great. The only flaw, maybe, would be this hand, but even that's not that bad. You can do what you want with it. Like I said, you can kind of put it into that faux hand form to solve that issue. But other than that, I mean, this thing is great. It is an amazing figure. I don't know about the other Human Alliances, but this guy made me want more, and I do still kind of want more. But that has been our review of Movie 1 Human Alliance Barricade. This has been Eilt, Eilt Elite, signing out.